Okay, so I was working on this yesterday. I'm going to continue working on it today to turn it into a square, but I wanted to show something kind of fun and cute here at the beginning, how we turn this into a flower. Isn't that pretty cool? So this is what we have at the bottom. We turned it into a flower. So I took all my puffy hearts, turned them into a flower. I did this years and years ago with my crochet flower doilies that I made that have little cool edgings on them. So let's do that one more time. We take it like this, and then we roll it around just like that. However you want to roll it around. Turn it into a flower, just like that. Okay, so let's get started here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm working in on the right side here of each heart, and I'm going to be working a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to be working in the next chain 2 between the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, so I'm back around here to the beginning. So I want to just work a slip stitch to join right here and slip stitch over into the chain. Before I go any further, I want to double check just to make sure I have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, good. I have 12. Now this is how I end up losing if I don't actually count to see if I have 12. So I've just added 12. So you can see the little chains there on the back side where I added 12. And now I'm going to be working a series of I think double crochet. And if it doesn't work, you guys are watching me work this as I work out the pattern here. So I'm going to work a slip stitch through here, chain 1, that won't count as a stitch. Actually, let me do it the new way I learned. The new way, well, I know this way, it's just that sometimes I forget about it. We just do the foundation stitch like that for the first double crochet. It counts like that. The 1, 2, and 3. I'm wondering if I need to do more than, I'm probably going to need to do more than 3 in there. Maybe I should do 4. Let's do 4. Nothing says we can't do 4. Okay, now I'm going to work a chain 1 between 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1 between 1, 2, 3, 4, 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 chain 1 between 1. Okay, now, okay, so what I'm seeing right here is I might need to rip because, or will I? I'm not so sure yet. Am I pulling it too tight? No, maybe not. I might not be. Okay, I was thinking maybe I was pulling it too tight, but it might just be this. Let me keep going and see. 1, 2. If I have to, I'll just take it out and do 5. Maybe I've been thinking maybe I should have done 5 to begin with instead of 4. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 5 instead of the basic. Nothing says I can't add as many stitches as I want to add, so I'm going to start back here at the beginning, and I'm going to do 5 double crochet because I made a chain of 5, and so why not? And then we'll do a chain 1 between. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and chain 1. Let's see how that's looking. Okay. Oh, I like that a lot better. That's laying down quite a bit better. And so see, we have this raised effect going on here. And so I think what I'm going to do is just one more round after this, and then I'll kind of explain. So we're going to turn it into a square on the next round. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 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 and chain 1. Okay, so instead of a chain 1, what I'm going to do is work a single crochet, and that's going to end me more in the center. It's like that. And so I'm ending in the center because I need to be able to work in this stitch here. So I'm actually going to be, okay, let me work my double crochet to start. 1, 2, that's for my first double crochet. We're going to be doing, how am I going to do this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want to work an increase. I'm going to work a chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to make a chain 1 between. Okay, so hopefully that's a, oh yeah, that's a good point right there. So that's going to be our corner. Now I'm going to work 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now what I need to do before I mess up, I don't want to mess up. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3. I've worked across 3. So I've got 2 between. Okay, so I want to make sure here. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 left. So I'm thinking, so 1, 2, 3, increase. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, what am I doing? Now I'm already messing up. Okay, I have 12. So 1, 2, 3. I'll figure this out. Okay. Yep. Okay, so I need to increase on this one right here where I'm at right now. And so I'm going to work a chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let's put that down and see what we've got right here. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good right there. And so I like that. And so, yeah, the edges aren't perfect, but you know, we can add a, that's how it's supposed to be though. The edges are perfect actually for yarn because we're never going to get something completely straight. And I know that's a concern about that a lot of people have, is getting things completely straight. And so I'm going to work a chain 1, and we're going to work 2 more sets between. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I think these are really pretty because I'm using a smaller hook. It's a size E crochet hook. Let's see, it looks like it's a I can't hardly read on here what it says as far as millimeters goes. I can't read that part. Okay, so now I am working an increase. We're going to end up with a total of 10, but we're going to have a space between them. It's number 3, 4, 5, chain 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. Okay, so I have got one more increase to do. So I'm going to lay this down so we can see what we've got right here. This is what we have got. So see, we're turning our circle into a square. We've already done this. It's sort of a magical thing that we're able to engineer here with our crochet engineering. And we're engineering designs and geometric shapes. Crochet and knitting is something that people have to really, really like and enjoy at one time or another in their life in order to do it. But you know what I just heard today? I'm so sad. YouTube is going to make all of this autonomous, apparently. So they're going to be having, it sounds like the internet is just going to be having autonomous people. So that doesn't leave much room for people like those of us who are crochet teachers teaching things on the internet. So, you know, especially with the gig economy and where things go with this. And so that just means that I don't know what they're going to do. Because it looks to me like a lot of people who are on the internet who are just repeating the word crochet. They don't know how to crochet. And so, okay, let me go over here. They might know how to a little bit, but they're not that interested in it because they're part of the networks and they're getting paid in a different way. Okay, so now 1. Oh, see, there's my mistake right there. I only put 3 in instead of 5. You know, and the nice part, I thought, you know, at least the people who are trying to figure patterns out, they actually watched my videos because they had to watch them in order to write patterns down. But of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that they got them exactly right either. Or they'll change them too, because this part is challenging though. This part is going to be very challenging to write out. This part in written instructions is a huge mistake waiting to happen. I guarantee it. This part right here, the popcorn hearts, the popcorn puff stitch. I love this though. You know what? If I was in a Granny Square exchange, someone would be so happy, tickled pink actually, to get this one. That's kind of what I think. I know I was. I was always happy. I didn't learn till later on that they were actually using the smaller hook and smaller threads to create some of these granny squares. But that is what they're doing. They had access to things that I didn't have access to. Okay, so we're close. We're close here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we did our last increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain of 1, and we're working our last set of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. Now we will chain in here to secure, just like that. And we have completed our granny square. We've turned it into a block there. I've decided that I'm going to call my circles and squares a block. So we have a circle within the square. I love this though. I'm tempted just to keep this one. I'm thinking maybe I should. I was going to rip it out. Now I really don't want to. I think what I'm going to do is add this is a beautiful granny square. Something I've never made before. I've never made this design before. Something I just popped up out of my head thinking about the popcorn stitches. And I come up with the popcorn heart. And which this is a fun, I mean, it's the raised, embellished, embossed stitch here. Yeah, I think that I want to add one more round of single crochet on here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working. Wow, that's gonna work out pretty good. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. One, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got one between. For some reason I must be crocheting between, what? That's okay if we don't get them exact. It'll still work out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I like that. It really, it does almost look like it could be a little bit full. I'm not sure, but you know, full, we can always cinch that back in. Okay, so I'm going to work 1, 2 here on the corner, and I'm turning. I should end up with 5, but it's not going to work out with 5. It's going to be only 4. I would have to go through, if I want 5, I'm going to have to go through that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1. I guess I'm skipping the first. I've been accidentally skipping the first one. So if you want your numbers exact to match up with another square, don't skip the first stitch. But see, these are very forgiving though. Granny squares, I always said, are very, very forgiving. Yarn is forgiving because if it doesn't match up with another square, you can make it match. You can adjust it. Sometimes I've had squares where I've had like close to 30 stitches on this edge, and another square only had like 18. I had to figure out how to make it work, so I just sewed them together. And then some of them I just added an edging on them, an additional edging, and so I'd have a color between. Now you don't have to do that. You could just sew them together. And oh my gosh, this would be so pretty in I always thought it would be fun to make one of those giant granny square sweaters. And at one time I came close to, I was thinking about making one. See, it works out pretty good here. This is the side we've got completed. We've got this side and this side to continue completing. And then we will be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay, now we're back around to the beginning. We're working a slip stitch in here. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at our square here. And this is what we have. Let's see how many inches the square is. Okay, oopsie. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's nice. 6 inches. We've got a solid, that's always what I shoot for, is 6 inches. 6-inch square. That's exactly what I got. Nice. Perfect. 6-inch square here. Let's flip it over. It's even pretty on this side too. I like the sparklies. Yep, 6 inches. Zigzag, it's a little bit larger. But this would be perfect for a 6-inch granny square blanket. 6 inches, and how many centimeters? 15 centimeters. Yeah, that's usually 12. Yeah, that's right about right. 15 centimeters. 6 inches. We're right at about 15 centimeters. And so this one, I'm going to keep this one. I'm not going to unravel it. I thought I was going to, but I've changed my mind. So I'm going to keep this one. Let me see if I can, I'm curious if I can roll it up into, oh, it's probably not going to work very well as a flower. What other things can we roll it up into? Oh, that does kind of look a little bit like a flower. We roll it up like that. I was just seeing if I could roll it up into a flower. I got the little clip at the beginning. I clipped myself rolling this center part up into a flower. Now I'm inclined to turn this part and maybe make it larger. Do something a little different with these on the same premise and turn them into, I know what I'm going to do with it. I am going to do another one. Not in this video though. And so I think that's it for right now. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you're new. And I have completed my circle, granny square. Showed how to take the circle, turn it into a flower, into a rose. And that's in a short. I have a short coming out of this video too, but I do have the short video of the rose that I made out of the hearts. And so I have another technique that is not the puff stitch that will work too. And so I'm gonna do that one in a separate video and turn that one into a heart flower. I think that will be kind of fun, turning it into a heart flower. And so we'll see you guys the next time.